Hello everybody, welcome. This is chapter number 14 from the class 9 CBSE NCERT book, Natural Resources Part 1. My name is Avantika Jakati and please keep your books open on this chapter so that you can jot down notes as we go ahead. It is not enough to only watch the video, you need to be able to correlate it with whatever is given in the book, okay? So I'll start. So the first thing we'll talk about is natural resources. So, Earth is the only known planet with life, right? There might be other planets with life, but we don't know about that yet. Okay, and it has resources. Why does it have life? It has life because it has resources that life forms need for their survival. Okay, there are other planets like Venus and Mars, especially that are similar to Earth in the density, in their volume, but they don't have life because they are not in the habitable zone. So they don't have the right kind of resources that are required for life to form. So we'll see what those resources are. Those are land, water, and air. These are the three main resources that are needed by life forms for their survival and for their growth. Okay, so the outer crust of the earth is called the lithosphere. Now this is the earth. The outermost crust of it is called the lithosphere. Okay, the water which covers 75% of the earth's surface and underground water is called hydrosphere. Now we know that we have the earth, but about 75% is filled with water, right? There are oceans and then there is this land mass. Okay, and then but rest of it is water. So water is called hydrosphere. This is called lithosphere. This not only the continents that you can see um, so you have water and then you see continents. That's not the only lithosphere that you have, but lithosphere also includes the continental mass that is below the oceans, right? That you cannot see, but the outermost crust so is lithosphere. Uh, it might be covered with hydrosphere also. Okay, so Earth has, this is the land. Some of it is higher elevation, therefore you see it here, like this is India, right? And like this. Okay, so whatever. And so this is the land mass that you see. And in continuation, you also have land mass. This is the oceans, but you also have land mass below these oceans, and that is also part of the hydrosphere. Hydrosphere also includes water that is found below the land, right? So below the water, whatever land is there is also part of lithosphere, and below the lithosphere, whatever water is there is also hydrosphere. Okay, and earth that covers the earth, the air that covers the earth like the blanket is called atmosphere. So there is a layer of air over the land that you breathe, that you live in, that is called atmosphere. Together, together these three things, the place where these three things exist, living things are formed, and the life supporting zone of the earth with the atmosphere, right, with the lithosphere and with hydrosphere, these are together with the life forms is called biosphere. So what is biosphere? Biosphere is the life supporting zone of the earth where the atmosphere, hydrosphere and lithosphere interact and make life possible. So there are four components of biosphere. You have atmosphere, you have hydrosphere, you have lithosphere, and you have life also. Okay, life is also an integral part of biosphere. So these four parts make up the biosphere, the life supporting zone of the earth. Okay, so air, water and land make up the abiotic or non-living component of the biosphere. Okay, the earth, the water and the land make up the abiotic or non-living component, whereas life comprises the biotic component. So these four components are there, right? Air, water and land are the abiotic components, whereas living things are the biotic components. Okay, so we talk about air now. Now air um, is a mixture. We have seen this in the first chapter, in the second chapter I think, that when we talked about mixture, we said that air is a mixture of a lot of different gases. For example, nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide and water vapor. Okay, in varying degrees. Okay, so nitrogen is the major gas that is found. Then you have oxygen, then you have other smaller gases, the composition of the earth is the result of life on earth, of air. Okay, composition of air is the result of life on earth. How? The composition of air depends on the life. उल्टा नहीं है कि life does not depend on composition of air, because since life started existing, the composition of air has changed, right? So right at the beginning, पहले it was the first carbon dioxide and ये सब बहुत था, and as photosynthetic plants started growing, the amount of oxygen grew, right? And that helped to grow more and more organisms that helped to stabilize the atmosphere so that more oxygen was found. And then actually oxygen levels have also reduced, because around the time of the dinosaurs, like the Triassic, Jurassic, the amount of oxygen in air was about 30%, and now it is only 21%. And this happened even before the industrial revolution, right? So we'll talk about what I'm talking about the industrial revolution later on. But the composition of air is the result of life on earth. So oxygen itna hai and carbon dioxide itna hai, it is because there is life. And life, for example, the plants give out oxygen and animals take in oxygen. Carbon dioxide is given out by animals and carbon dioxide is taken in by plants. So all of these things, we'll talk about nutrient cycling at the in the last part. And all of these things uh, is a result of the life on is a result of life on earth. Okay, where no life exists, such as Venus and Mars, carbon dioxide makes up for 95 to 97% of the atmosphere, right? Their life never existed. Even in Earth, carbon dioxide was the major constituent of the atmosphere initially, but after green plants started, after photosynthesis started occurring, oxygen was given out. Therefore, oxygen concentrations increased in the atmosphere, because there were not too many animals at that point of time. Therefore, um, oxygen was not being consumed as quickly, but oxygen was being given out by the plants. So the carbon dioxide concentrations decreased and oxygen levels started increasing, right? And that changed the atmosphere of the earth. So because life exists on earth, we have a special kind of atmosphere that is absolutely conducive for life. If there had not been any life, our atmosphere would have been very different. सो लाइफ ने ही, जब लाइफ बिगिनिंग में जब लाइफ बनी, तो उसने दूसरी लाइफ के लिए एटमोसफियर को ऐसे चेंज कर दिया कि बाकी लाइफ आ सकती है अब. ओके, सो दैट इज द कॉम्पोजिशन ऑफ एयर इज अ रिजल्ट ऑफ लाइफ ऑन अर्थ. ओके, eukaryotic and many prokaryotic cells need oxygen to break down glucose molecules and get energy for their activities. This is called respiration, and this produces carbon dioxide. We respire. When you breathe, that is called respiration. Breathing helps taking oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. What happens is, this is just the respiration is a very complex process. Breathing is a part of respiration. Okay, so breathing is just the taking in of oxygen and giving out of carbon dioxide. But when you take in oxygen, there are a lot of biochemical reactions that happen in your body, and oxygen is required for energy, right? How do we get energy? We get energy by the breakdown of glucose. Okay, by glycolysis, by the breakdown of glucose, we get energy, and for that we need oxygen. Okay, so this is the entire process is called respiration, and that produces carbon dioxide. This also happens in plants, in green plants also, where photosynthesis happens and where plants are, so I'll tell you, photosynthesis, oxygen is given out, carbon dioxide is taken in, but in respiration, oxygen is taken in, carbon dioxide is given out, and both these things, so only this happens in animals, but both these things happen in plants. Okay, another process is called combustion, which is burning. Oxygen is consumed and carbon dioxide is produced. So what are the ways of carbon dioxide production? We know respiration is a way of production of carbon dioxide. Another process is combustion or any kind of burning. Okay, So burning or combustion is called in the presence of oxygen. Combustion is in the presence of oxygen and carbon dioxide is produced. So anytime, even us breathing and us giving out carbon dioxide is also a form of combustion, because in our body there's some chemical reactions in which oxygen is being taken and carbon dioxide is being released. That is also part of combustion. Normal burning, जैसे अभी Diwali में you have diye, or you have any kind of fires that you have, bonfires or Lodi. So you, in all of that, that is burning, and that is petrol vehicles, that is also combustion, right? So oxygen is consumed and carbon dioxide is given out. So even though these two things keep happening, there's so many things, there's so many animals that give out carbon dioxide, and there's so much oxygen being consumed and carbon dioxide produced by combustion of fossil fuels, especially पेट्रोल या फिर कोल से जो होता है एनर्जी आपको जो लाइट्स वगैरह में मिलती है, that is because of coal burning mostly in India. So a lot of carbon dioxide is produced, but it is still a very small fraction in the atmosphere, right? Why is that? That is because green plants use carbon dioxide to produce glucose in the presence of sunlight. Okay, that is photosynthesis. This thing. Okay, so photosynthesis means you take in carbon dioxide and you give out oxygen. So that is called carbon fixation. When you actually, that is not exactly carbon fixation. Carbon fixation is when that carbon taken up from the atmosphere is fixed in the bodies of the plants and animals. Okay, that is carbon fixation. Anyway, we will talk about that later. But carbon dioxide is, by photosynthesis, green plants take in carbon dioxide and give out oxygen. That is why carbon dioxide, while production है यहाँ पे and यहाँ पे use. So that is why another part is that many marine animals use dissolved carbon dioxide carbonates to make their shells, right? Many marine animals, for example, you have these corals. So all the coral reefs are made up of carbonate, and carbonates are from the dissolved carbon dioxide in the air. So they are using that carbon dioxide that is dissolved in the air, and they are making shells out of it for their body. So this is how carbon dioxide is used on large scale, and production is also on a large scale. So that actually is a balance. That should be a balance बिगड़ जाता है कभी कभी, but generally those are the ways of maintaining levels of carbon dioxide. So what is the role of atmosphere in climate control? Okay, so what happens is, we have the earth, and the earth is covered like a blanket by the atmosphere. Now atmosphere is a bad conductor of heat. Atmosphere or air, basically air is atmosphere. Different kinds of gases in the air are atmosphere. It is a bad conductor of heat, which means it does not allow the heat to pass. This atmosphere keeps the average temperature of earth quite steady through the day and even through the year, right? What does it mean by steady? Agar nahi hota, तो what would have happened? If there was no atmosphere, then the sunlight would have come and heated up these parts. ये एकदम गरम गरम कर देता, right? And जहाँ पे where there is darkness, when there is no light, when there is no sunlight, it would have become very cold, right? So diurnal range, what is diurnal? Through the day, diurnal range of temperature would have been very high, कि एकदम sunlight आया तो वो एकदम ही बहुत गर्म हो गया, या फिर एकदम ही बहुत ठंडा हो गया, right? It can, there is no great difference in temperature in our daily uh, in normal situations. We don't have a very great diurnal range of temperature. नहीं तो in some places it is some other planets it is like 100 degrees day every single day of their own. uh, the temperatures go from, like, there's a range is about 100 degrees from the morning to night, right? That doesn't happen on the earth. That is because of the atmosphere. So what the atmosphere does is, it prevents this also doesn't happen, and this also doesn't happen. Okay, that is prevented by the atmosphere. So what does it do? Okay, now moon has no atmospheres, and temperature range from 190 to 110 degrees Celsius, minus 110 degrees Celsius. or just 110 degrees. Okay, I don't know. Anyway, so the temperatures range, there's a large range of temperatures in the on the moon, right next to earth. So ऐसे भी नहीं है कि ज्यादा दूर है या ज्यादा पास है वो सन से, but right at near the earth, the moon has this kind of temperature range because it has no atmosphere. But this is not the kind of range that we see on our planet. That is because of the atmosphere. So what it does is, so okay, I'll explain how this happens actually. I don't know if that. So what happens is the atmosphere traps the heat. So heat आई यहाँ पे, and it enters the atmosphere. Okay, and then some part of this heat is given up and some part of it gets trapped in the atmosphere. Now because it gets trapped, it takes a lot of time for it to dissipate. Therefore there is some change in temperature during the night when there is no sun. It does take some time, it does get a bit cooler, but not to the extent that it gets on the moon, right? And at night again, this trapped heat helps at night, it does escape, some of it starts escaping out, therefore it gets a bit cooler. But since it is still trapped, it prevents, and also because of this atmosphere here, it prevents it from becoming red hot, एकदम बहुत गर्म होने से बच जाता है, because it also reflects some of it back, or it absorbs also some of it. Okay, so because of these two things, the atmosphere can maintain temperature in the on our earth. Okay, now there is also difference that this is not this is not uniform all over the earth. It depends on a lot of things, not just where the sun is landing, or whether it is at the equator or the pole or something, but also on whether it is on the land or whether it is in water. Okay, so what happens is that the land gets heated, land, especially the sand. Even in land, sand gets heated very, very quickly, and it heats up to a very high temperature. So land in general, and especially sand, gets heated up really quickly and also cools down very quickly, right? Water, on the contrary, takes time to heat up. उसको हीट होने में भी टाइम लगता है, उसको कूल होने में भी टाइम लगता है, right? So with the same amount of energy, that is, this is a property of water, right? The water की property है, it has a high specific heat. So because of that, the land gets heated very quickly, and the water does not get heated that much that quickly. So the daily temperature in the desert shows huge variation. Why? Because when the sun comes down, the sand gets heated very quickly, and when the sun is not there, it gets cooled really quickly. There is nothing to really help trap. The atmosphere is there, that is why utna temperature maintained रहता है. But other than that, there is no tree cover, there are no clouds or something, because of the low humidity. So because of that, the heat gets dissipated really quickly, and therefore it gets really cool at night and really hot in the morning, right? So the daily temperature in the desert shows a huge variation, but in on the coastal areas it is not that high because of the water. Because the water remains cool during the day, comparatively cooler during the day, and comparatively warmer during the night, है ना? क्योंकि दिन में जब लैंड गर्म हो रहा है, water is not getting that warm, therefore it is comparatively cooler. And रात को, when the land is losing its heat and getting cooler, the water remains comparatively warmer. दिन भर की जो उसने heat की, it hasn't got heated up very to a very high temperature, but because the land is getting cooled so much, the water remains warmer. So therefore the coastal regions do not have a very varied daily temperature. Okay, now we talk about wind. What is wind? We know कि बहुत जब हवा चल रही होती है तो we call it the wind. Wind, or the movement of air, can be of various different types. They can be simple, थोड़ा सा हवा चल रही है, that is called the cool evening breeze. Like when it is really hot during the day, and sometimes you open the windows in the evening and there's a slight cool breeze that is flowing, and you say अरे वाह कितना मजा आ रहा है. or you could have strong winds, or you could have something like approaching storms hai, ya fir there is some sort of, in Delhi you have the Loo, like the hot wind that flows during the day. Or you could have terrible storms, just around thunderstorms, for example cyclones or general thunderstorms. You could have very high winds, right? Very high speeds of that wind, and that is a result of the changes in our atmosphere. How does it happen? Now I just told you that uh, when the sun rays reach the earth, it gets heated up. The earth gets heated up, and it gets heated up in different degrees. Okay, so when the air gets heated up, water vapor is formed due to evaporation, and because of the activities of living organisms, right? So the air gets heated up and water vapor is formed due to evaporation of water and ठीक है, water vapor is formed due to evaporation of water and activities of living organisms. So क्या होता है? पानी पे sun, ये पानी है, sun rays fall on it, it starts evaporating, and then water vapor is formed, right? Water vapor is formed because of this, and water vapor is also formed because of respiration. You also, when you are breathing out, you're also giving out some sort of water vapor. So all of these contribute to forming water vapor in the atmosphere. Now the atmosphere is heated from below due to radiation of heat from land or water bodies. This is the earth, this is the atmosphere. Okay, this is water. अरे, this is water, and this is some piece of land. Now the sun rays come, as I said, some of them get reflected out. Okay, so because of this, ये रिफ्लेक्शन होता है, इधर से हीट आती है, एंड दिस हीट गेट्स रिफ्लेक्टेड, इट्स कॉल्ड रे रेडिएशन. ओके, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दिस द एटमॉस्फेयर गेट्स फर्दर हीटेड अप. एटमॉस्फेयर गर्म होता है. ठीक है, on being heated, convection currents are set up in the air. What are convection currents? Convection currents are like, do you know about convection currents? Convection currents is when something gets heated up, it rises up. ठीक है, heat हुआ, it rises up, and then it suddenly ऊपर जाता है, it expands, and then it cools down, and when it cools down, it comes down, and then it again gets heated up, and again goes up, again cools down, again comes down. This is called convection current. ठीक है, and this happens everywhere because of the sun, because of the heat of the sun, this happens everywhere. Okay, and okay, this is an activity that you have to see. You have to understand that hot air always rises up. Hot air rises up and cool air comes down. Hot air rises up, cool air comes down, because hot air is higher energy. Therefore the molecules of that air are expanding, they are going here and there, therefore they have a high energy, therefore they have a tendency to escape, they go up. Whereas because the when the air cools down, they lose energy, and therefore they try to settle down, they become denser, they become close to each other, therefore they become dense, and therefore the air comes down. Again, as it gets heated up, again the particles get more energy, they start running here and there, the density decreases, again goes up, again cools down, density increases, comes down. Okay, so that is a convection current. Okay, you have this activity, place a candle in a beaker or wide mouth bottle and light it. Light an incense stick and take it to the mouth of the above bottle. Which way does the smoke flow when the incense stick is kept near the edge of the mouth? Which way does the smoke flow when the incense stick is kept a little above the candle? And which way does the smoke flow when the incense stick is kept in other regions? अगर आप ये what is an incense stick? अगरबत्ती. अगरबत्ती को अगर आपने, if you put it directly above the candle, this smoke is going to go completely up because it is the heat is taking it up. If you keep it somewhere here at the edge, it has a tendency to move like this. And if you in this direction, if you keep it here where there is no, then it will go randomly here and there. Okay, this is your answer. So the pattern of smoke tells us in which direction hot or cold air move. This is hot air, therefore it moves up. Cold air moves from here to here, and normal, when there is no difference in air temperature, it just moves randomly. Okay. As I said, when air is heated by radiation from the heated land or water garam ho gaya, hawa garam, it heats up the air at the surface, and that air starts to go up due to radiation. Okay, go up due to convection. Air is heated up by radiation. Land gets heated to a greater degree and much faster. So the land air above the land also gets heated up more quickly than over water. I told you कि land gets heated much more quickly than water. ठीक है, तो land and water अगर दोनों हो, यहाँ पे water हो and यहाँ पे अगर land हो, तो land gets heated to a higher degree, whereas water only gets heated a little bit. ठीक है, and what happens is, because land gets heated up so much, the air above it also starts to rise much more. Okay, whereas water ka temperature is not that high, therefore the air is not going that high, right? It is not going that much higher. It is much denser than the air here. हाँ, इधर के जो air की density है is higher, air is cooler above the water, but यहाँ पे land के ऊपर air is lighter and warmer. ठीक है, ओके, तो क्या होता है, बिकॉज ऑफ दिस in coastal regions, air over land gets heated up much more quickly during the day, but air over water gets heated more slowly, right? I told you this. So air over land starts to rise, ऊपर होता है, and as it rises a low pressure area is created. hot air होती है तब low pressure होता है, hot low pressure, cold high pressure. Why is the pressure low when it is hot? Because the density is lower. जब गर्म हो जाता है, particles get more energy, therefore they move around much more and they try to expand, right? The air expands, तो उसका volume expand हो जाता है, they go away from each other, therefore density decreases, and because density decreases, pressure also decreases. hot air low pressure, cold air high pressure. ठीक है, so as the air above land gets heated more, therefore it has a lower pressure than that of water. ठीक है, air above water which is cooler and has not risen as much will move into this area of low pressure. So what will happen, this will rise, right? Wait. This will rise, this will rise, this will rise, and therefore this comes like this to take up the space of that density. Density difference हुआ, so higher density से lower density में जाता है. Where does the air flow? From high pressure to low pressure. Hello, ये याद रखो, hello, ये सबको याद है. Hey in hello means high, low means low, so it goes from high to low. ठीक है, ऐसे याद रखो, air moves from high pressure to low pressure. ठीक है, तो पानी के ऊपर ठंडा है, डेंसिटी ज्यादा है, इसलिए प्रेशर भी ज्यादा है. लैंड के ऊपर टेम्परेचर इज हायर, डेंसिटी इज लोअर, देयरफॉर प्रेशर इज आल्सो लोअर. So what happens? The air up on the land starts to move up, and because of that there is a pressure gradient difference, because this is in coastal areas. तो जो पानी है it is ठंडा and compared to the land, therefore there is a breeze, there is this air starts to move towards the land. This happens during the day. This movement of air from one region to the other creates winds. यहाँ से हवा यहाँ मूव करने लगी तो ब्रीज या फिर विंड चालू हो जाती है. During the day the direction of wind is from sea to land, right? So during the day this is land, this is water. During the day, because pressure of pressure on land is lower than pressure on water, right? Pressure is lower, pressure is higher, so it moves from wind moves from sea to the land. ठीक है, ठंडे से गर्म तक जाता है. Wind moves from a colder region to a warmer region, from higher pressure to a lower pressure. At night this is exactly opposite. Why? Because even though land gets heated very quickly, land also loses its heat very quickly. वो जल्दी ठंडा भी हो जाता है. At night when there is no sun, right? There is no sun, there is only the moon. How do I draw the moon? Okay, I draw it purple. Okay, so this is the moon, right? And you have water. So what happens is now the water is holding पानी को ठंडा होने में time लग रहा है. So it is warmer than the land now because land has lost its heat. So the pressure on land is higher and pressure on water is lower, because water is now warmer than the land at night. Therefore breeze will move from the land to the sea. During the day breeze moves from sea to the land. At night breeze moves from land to the sea. During the day this is called sea breeze. During the night it is called land breeze. कहाँ से आता है उसके ऊपर नाम है, right? During the morning it is sea breeze, and during the night it is land breeze. Okay, I have written this with these two different colors because yellow is for the day and dark blue is for night. Okay, so land, sea breeze is during the day, land breeze is during the night. ठीक है? During the days the water is cooler, land is warmer. During the night water is warmer, land is cooler. Higher pressure on the land, lower pressure on the water. Therefore at night from land to water. In the morning water is cooler and land is warmer. Therefore higher pressure on water, lower pressure on land. इसीलिए डेंसिटी डिफरेंस की वजह से हायर प्रेशर टू लोअर प्रेशर, देयरफॉर फ्रॉम वाटर टू लैंड सी ब्रीज इन द मॉर्निंग्स, लैंड ब्रीज एट नाइट. ठीक है, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दिस सी ब्रीज coastal areas are generally cool during the day. थोड़ी सी ठंडी हवा आती रहती है. Now there's a lot of obstruction because of buildings, but Bombay used to have a lot of nice breeze during the day, so it used to be pretty comfortable. Okay, all movements of earth resulting in diverse atmospheric phenomena are caused by uneven heating of the atmosphere in the presence of sun. Okay, so हर जगह अलग अलग हीटिंग होता है, and because of this, and it is not just land and earth, it is also what kind of land it is, how much forest it is, how much forest there is, what kind of solar radiation is there. There's a lot of different things that are taken into consideration. What is the topography? Higher in the atmosphere, if it is higher altitude, the sun ka radiation is also higher. Therefore it gets heated even more quickly. So all these things taken into consideration, there is always a pressure gradient between different parts of the earth, that is because of the uneven heating. And because of the uneven heating, there is always some sort of pressure difference which causes the movement of air. What is the movement of air? Hello. From high to low. Okay, that is how air moves. Okay. There are other factors also of movement of air, such as rotation of earth or presence of mountain ranges. Presence of mountain ranges कैसे होता है? If you have these mountain ranges, but the wind is coming from here, it gets blocked. So it just moves up. Most of the times it also causes it to, snow here, वगैरह वगैरह वगैरह. This is actually one of the things that causes a lot of rain in Mumbai because there are Western Ghats. And Western Ghats क्या करते हैं? These are the Western Ghats. This is the water. These are the Western Ghats. यहाँ पे कहीं पे मुंबई का शहर है. Right? There is Mumbai here somewhere. And what happens is this air comes from here. It can't move above. Some of it moves, of course, यहाँ पे. That's why Pune and other places get rain. But other than that, most of it rains here. Right? So this is also one of the reasons it's called the rain shadow area. वगैरह. You don't have that in your syllabus here. Other factors also rotation of the earth and presence of mountain ranges. Okay. So what is rain? So there is an activity that you have been told to do, and it's a very interesting activity. It is a nice thing to do. You take a plastic bottle, patli plastic bottle that you can crush. Nothing. वो Sprite की bottles are very thick. Sprite and other those cold drink bottles. But if you have like Bisleri or something, take an empty bottle, pour just a little bit of water into it, thoda sa, 5 to 10 ml, which is about one cap of it, and then close that bottle tightly. Close it very tightly. Put it out in the sun. Okay. And what will happen when you put it out in the sun? Because of the heat of the sun, the water starts to evaporate, and therefore there is water vapor uh, in the bottle. Now you take a lighted incense stick, agarbatti. You open the cap of the bottle and allow some of the smoke from the incense stick to enter the bottle. Right? So the smoke will enter the bottle. Then you close it. You will have, what will you have? Water vapor and smoke in it. Okay. So now what do you do? The cap you have to fit very tightly. Now you have to press the bottle as hard as you can. If you have a bottle, you have to crush it as much as you can. You can twist it, you can do, but you have to give a lot of pressure on that bottle. You crush it as much as you can, you twist it, you squeeze it, do whatever. Wait for a few seconds and then release the bottle. You see what you see, and then again press the bottle as hard as you can. So when did you observe that the air inside seems to be foggy? When the pressure is higher, you see that the air inside becomes foggy. Okay. Actually, when you release it, so what happens is when you give it a nice squeeze or you put a lot of pressure on it, the temperature increases. There is a direct correlation between pressure and temperature, right? So as you give it more pressure, the temperature of that place, of that bottle, whatever is inside, increases. As you let it go, it expands, right? Which causes the temperature to go down. And between that time, you will see real clouds. You will see clouds. You will see that the air gets foggy. This fog disappears when you let it go. जब आप उसको squeeze करते हो ना, तो temperature gets warmer, therefore it becomes foggy. उसको छोड़ोगे तो it will the fog will disappear. Okay. Now why does this happen? When is the pressure inside the bottle higher? When you are squeezing it or doing whatever. Is the fog observed when the pressure in the bottle is high? So what is the need for smoke? Okay, so what happens is um, when you have smoke particles, उसके ऊपर जो water vapor होता है ना, you have smoke particles. There's a lot, you have smoke particles everywhere in the bottle because you introduce smoke into it. And then you have water vapor also. When you put a lot of pressure, the temperature increases. What happens as the temperature increases? All of this, so normally when the temperature increases, warm air rises. And when you give it, um, and when it as it goes up, the pressure dec- um the pressure decreases, No, no, no. As you heat it, as you put a lot of pressure, temperature increases. As you let it go, temperature decreases. Normally क्या होता है, when the temperature of the air gets more, the pressure decreases, therefore it starts moving up. Up, when it gets there, it starts to expand and cool down. It gives up its heat, it becomes cooler, it starts to expand, and because of that, it cools down. And because it starts cooling down, there is a point called dew point, in which the water vapor, they become droplets, right? They start becoming bigger and they become droplets. So what happens is, the smoke particles act as nuclei. What happens is, छोटा सा ये smoke particle है, इसके ऊपर वो एक water droplet जाके बैठ जाता है, right? And as this condenses, is called condensation. As condensation keeps on increasing, this particle becomes bigger and bigger. As the particle becomes bigger and bigger, it becomes heavier and then starts to fall. That is rain. Okay. What might happen if you do the experiment without smoke from the incense sticks? You don't see clouds. You don't see this. You actually can actually, because if you open the mouth of the bottle, you will have a similar kind of result, but not if you don't open. So there is an experiment actually, that if you take that bottle, you take a little bit of water and you twist it, right, and then you open up that cap, you will see a kind of fog going out. That also happens, but that is only water vapor that you see. In this case, you see clouds. You see like a cloud coming up. You see condensation, very high condensation. That is because of smoke. If there was no smoke, you would not see that the same kind of phenomenon. उतना high ऐसा नहीं दिखता आपको cloud जैसा. ठीक है? So what might be happening in the above experiment, I have explained to you, and I'll explain this further ahead. The activity replicated the formation of clouds on a small scale. Now what happens is, when air with high content of water vapor goes from an area of high pressure to low pressure, or vice versa, that is when, okay, anyway, water body is heated during the day. A large amount of water evaporates and goes into the air. Water vapor also is produced by biological activities, as told you. Moist air gets heated up, expands, and then cools. So what happens is, moist air hota hai, as I told you, air gets heated, it rises up and it starts to cool down. Moist air is no different. It gets heated up, it rises up, expands, and then it starts to cool. This causes water droplets to condense. Now condensation happens even if you have on a humid day. Ever keep like a cold drink outside, you will see small droplets of water forming on the surface of the glass. यहाँ पे इसमें आपने कुछ ठंडा पानी या whatever you have kept. This happens especially during humid days when the humidity is higher. This is called condensation, right? So this is the same phenomenon, that you have particles in the atmosphere on which, because they start to cool, the water starts to condense. Water droplets इस पे जाके condense करने लगते हैं. And as condensation uh, becomes, as something condenses on those particles, they act as nuclei, and उसके ऊपर और जाके बैठ जाते हैं. You have more water particles, you have more water molecules going and sitting on this. As the size of this increases, further condensation occurs around these droplets. These droplets grow bigger and heavier and then fall down due to gravity. If temperature falls even lower, precipitation may occur in the form of snow, sleet, or hail. Why? Because ice, as in water, as it gets colder, becomes ice. So this is exactly what happens. ये न्यूक्लियस होता है, इसके ऊपर कंडेंसेशन होने लगता है, and as the condensation keeps increasing, this becomes one droplet, and under the effect of gravity, it starts to fall down because it becomes very heavy. Okay, so this is the basic principle of rain. This is also what we saw in the bottle, that smoke particles act as nucleus, और smoke के particles होते हैं उसके ऊपर, the water starts to condense. The water needs a surface to start condensing, to become bigger, to come together and make bigger droplets. So that is given, that surface is given by the dust or the smoke particles. In the atmosphere we have dust, we have smoke, we have a lot of different things, right? So if the temperature is lower, precipitation may occur in the form of snow, sleet or hail, right? What is snow? Snow is snow. uh, what is hail? You have seen this big, when it rains, and sometimes it's very cold when it's raining. It's just normal rain, but you have these big balls of ice that fall. Rainfall patterns also are also decided by prevailing wind patterns. Again, wind patterns जैसा होता है वैसे ही rainfall होता है. This is especially true in case of monsoons. Monsoons में northwest monsoons, southwest monsoons or northeast monsoons. They're caused by low pressure area, which is caused by high temperatures of the summer and the direction of winds from the water bodies to the land. So what happens is, this is what how monsoons work in India and in a lot of other places, but we are going to only talk about India here. So this is the land body, land mass, water body, not land mass. And this is the land mass. So what happens is, during the summers it gets really hot, especially in these dry deciduous areas here. The temperatures can rise really high, right? So because of this, the air rises up, and as I told you, air pressure decreases. Therefore, there is an area of low pressure. Low pressure areas are formed. Comparatively, sea is much cooler. So there is a high pressure area here. So what happens? The winds start to move from here to here. And because they are moving from the sea, they aren't exactly dry. They carry a lot of moisture with them. तो क्या होता है, यहाँ पहुंचते हैं and then they start to give out water. That is how we get monsoon. This is southwest monsoon. Then you have northeast monsoon. Some of these winds, they flow like this, right? Some of these winds, they go like this, and there is a mountain range here, because of which they cannot move further inland. Therefore, they start to shed their rain here in the northeast part of India, right? So because this is northeast monsoon, southwest monsoon ऐसे आता है and ऐसे जाता है. So it starts raining from Kerala, then it goes up in the mainland. थोड़ा time लगता है, then it goes up. ठीक है? And northeast monsoons move like this. Because of the mountain range here, there is more rain here. There's a lot of rain in the northeast. Mosinram, in fact, is the rainiest place on earth. That is in the northeast. ठीक है? That is because of the northeast monsoons. These low pressure areas are called depressions. Okay, this low pressure area, they is so low that it's called a depression. It is because it is so low. Then normal thoda thoda, there is always a difference in the pressure here and there, even normally, right? To get some sort of breeze. But these are so low that this pressure difference becomes much more, which that is why this winds are so strong, and that's why they are able to traverse a long distance. These low pressure areas are called depression, and very strong depressions can often lead to thunderstorms or cyclones. You might have seen there's a low pressure area forming, or there's a depression forming along this place. And when there's a depression forming along a place, it is generally followed by some sort of rain or some sort of thunderstorm or something. Okay. कभी कभी you might have seen कि अगर if you have a few days of really hot weather, it is immediately followed by rain. That happens. Okay. So what have we learned? We have learned that Earth has resources that support life, which are called land, air, water, and energy from the sun. The atmosphere is made up of air, lithosphere is the land, hydrosphere is water. And taken along with life, they are biosphere. So what are the four components of biosphere? Atmosphere, lithosphere, hydrosphere, and life. Air, land, and water are the abiotic components, whereas life is the biotic component. Okay. Atmosphere keeps the temperature of the earth at an optimum level. Uneven heating of air over land and water bodies causes winds. Coastal areas have sea breeze during the day, land breeze at night. Evaporation of water from water bodies and subsequent condensation on dust particles or smoke particles give rain. Rainfall patterns depend on prevailing wind conditions, okay, like the monsoons. So this is for part 1. Please watch part 2 and 3 for the further chapter. If you like this video, please give us a like. Please press the thumbs up here, and please comment below. If please share it with your friends and subscribe to this channel. And if you haven't already, please press the bell icon to be notified every time we upload new videos. For now, I bid you goodbye. Please watch parts 2 and 3, and I'll see you then. Bye.